gonna have to cut this short. This left leg is not working. Well, I'm out back to the car. I'm just gonna fight my way through it. I'm gonna head to Planet Fitness. I think it's time to get on the good old elliptical. Yep, this leg ain't doing it. So we got a month till race day. We'll make it. All right, y'all, it is race week. Today we are 5 days out for the first big race. Oh yeah, in case you haven't noticed, I have now officially moved into my new place. I'm in my garage / gym. It's still a work in progress. I got my dumbbells, kettlebells right here. I got a TV right there. My stationary bike right behind the camera. My other bike, a couple chairs, and the actual house itself is through the doorway right here. I can just, yeah. You'll be seeing some new scenery coming soon. But anyway, back to the important things. We are 5 days away from the Grand Haven Armed Services Half Marathon, and this training block has been the most inconsistent training I have ever been through in my whole running career. With being sick, nagging injuries with the runner's knee. Thankfully got that fixed up pretty quickly, and in the last about month and a half, I've been dealing with a IT band on my left leg, and it's definitely getting better. Actually, this past week I've done 4 runs. It's still there, but it's manageable. The only issue is that the very next morning I wake up, oh, it's so tender, it's so stiff, it's so a lot of pain. It's just really hard to get it warmed up. But once I get warmed up, walking around, it's fine. Today I actually just got home from some cryotherapy, shockwave therapy, just breaking up the scar tissue, some cold spray and red light therapy just to speed up new cells, blood flow, getting some movement in there, and just hopefully I can speed up the recovery so I can get to the start line healthy as possible. So with that being said, the last time I ran double-digit miles was probably 4 weeks ago, and that was when I ran 10. I have not ran, the longest I ran since was 6, and that was just this past Sunday, which honestly was probably the best I felt. The first 3 miles was very uncomfortable, and a lot of that too has to do with the lack of sleep. I have not been getting any sleep. As you can see, my eyes, I mean, look at it. I look like a zombie. I mean, I probably look better with glasses on right now. So, yeah, it's just a lot of outside stress, moving to a new place, other factors, and just a lot of life changing going on right now. The first 3 miles was very uncomfortable. It was very painful, but maybe I was thinking, maybe if I can just get running, continue a little bit, just at a slower pace, maybe I'll get better. And about halfway through the rest of the run, it actually felt really good. I hardly had any pain. I actually picked up the pace a little bit, but same thing. I woke up the next morning and I was in a lot of pain getting out of bed. It took a while. Going into this week, I'm just gonna do a lot of cross training. I'm gonna be on my bike. I've actually been using the Stairmaster a lot lately over at Planet Fitness, so I might use some of that. Maybe not as intense as I've been the last couple of times. I don't know. I'm definitely not going to run until maybe the day before, maybe just to see where my legs are at. But come race day, I don't know if I'm going to get a PR. Honestly, I didn't come into this race expecting to get a PR. I just want to come in honoring the men and women who sacrificed this country. And this isn't about me running this race. It's something more, and I'll explain that in the post-race video. I I can't say it right now. It's a to be continued. I'll say that. I just want to go in, new experience, a meaningful race, because I learned last year in Bayshore, if I can run through a sciatica pinched nerve, full marathon distance, by the way, I'm only doing a half, then I can run through this. Which honestly, I'm not worried about during the race. It's just what I'm going to feel after. And I'm not talking like your typical soreness of your legs after a half full marathon, hard time walking down the stairs just from sore. But no, I'm talking like literally pain. It's just a lot of scar tissue, a lot of damaged tissues, just inflamed. We'll see, but I've definitely been feeling a lot better the last couple of weeks. I ran 4 runs this past week of week 15, so that is definitely encouraging. We'll see what happens, but if I can just show up to the start line healthy, and I wouldn't say 100% healthy. I don't expect to be 100% healthy, but if I can show up about 60, 70%, that's all I need. And because when I ran Bayshore last year, I probably shouldn't even been in that race, but I wasn't going to drop out. I refused. I would have literally crawled if I have to. But glad I experienced that. Painful, good times. So IT band, it's a typical running injury. It's something that I've always had in my whole running career. So I'm just gonna run through it, and it's just pain. I can hold on to it for 13.1 miles. And if I can just go in, have a good, positive, strong race, that's all I really care for. Of course I'm gonna do my absolute best. I mean, if it's a race, of course I'm gonna go and give it 110%. But I want to play it smart as well, because I got some other races I want to do this year. I got the Crim. I got my next big race at the end of this year, the Detroit Free Press Marathon. There's also some other races I plan on doing. I'm not going to announce it yet, but just some local 5Ks, 10Ks, maybe something else that I'm eyeing on right now. So this course is going to be starting at the school. It's basically down and back, kind of like Bayshore. I've never been to Grand Haven. My understanding, there's some hills from what I've been told, and I expect wind. Gives you right by the water. However, Bayshore, you're pretty much on the water, but you got trees and houses around you. So I don't know what to expect. I'm just gonna keep studying the course best as I can leading up to this week. They're calling near 80 degrees temperature race day. I haven't checked since. This was a few days ago. I think it was last Saturday or maybe Friday. It was expecting to be around mid-low 80s, which last time I ran a race in the 80s or 90s was the Crim in 2021, and that was very tough. But I'm just going to be ready for whatever. I mean, just like Detroit, whatever brings. I can't control the weather. I'm just going to control what I can control. So yeah, that's basically all my expectations. I'm not really doing this for myself. It's bigger than me. I don't even have to do this race. I could just do Bayshore again. I could do Charlevoix, or I was planning on doing Indy Mini. I could have done something else, but I wanted to do this for many reasons, as I mentioned in the introduction to this training block back in January. So yeah, the last 16 weeks has been a big roller coaster, from highs, lows, from being sick, from a runner's knee, from now the IT band, from the St. Pat's race. That was probably the highest moment that I had, and also the Greg Biffle run. That was fun. And I did a 60-mile long run with 2 reps of 5K pace. I'm not worried about fitness. Obviously, I still got my fitness. I'm just focused on getting to the start line healthy as I can, and we'll see what happens. So I'll see you guys on the other side, and yeah, it's gonna be painful, but at this point, I welcome the pain. So I'll see you on the other side.